Hello my friends, how are you doing tonight? I am excited to be here with you tonight to share a really fun Easter project. I want to make sure that everything is working properly before we get started. Let's see. I have a couple people with me tonight. If you are here, can you say hello? And just let me know that everything is working properly. So you can see that I have a really cute Easter transfer tonight. And what I'm planning to do is show you how to use the paste and peel method to do a transfer like this that has lots and lots of detail. So you could absolutely do this all in one color. I'm going to remove that banner for you so you can see a little bit better. There we go. So you can do this all in one color, but as you can see, I've got some gorgeous, gorgeous spring colors here. I've got my bright white, pistachio, I've got ocean mist, peony, and berry. So they're all my favorite Easter kind of colors, and I hope you like them too. You ready to get started? All right, I gotta tell you, it is so cold in here. If you hear my heat coming on and off, that is why. I should have thought and put it on earlier, but it just got ahead of me. Hi Leslie, how are you doing tonight? Poor Leslie and I are trying to make a date to hang out together, and yeah. Between both of our schedules, it's been pretty crazy. So this is my Joyful Easter Blessings Transfer, and it is the perfect size for your 8-inch chalkboard, a Sylvie Odette's of the 10 by 12, I think that's the size, 10 by 12 size. And the Sylvie is just a little bit larger than the 8-inch, but I love my 8-inch too. This is actually the chalkboard that I got when I got my starter kit as a designer, and it still comes with starter kits. So it is a beautiful magnetic porcelain steel board that, as you can see, it looks like it's brand new. There is some kind of like paint scraped off, but it's supposed to be that way, nice and rustic. So I'm going to take this out of the package and we're going to get started. Okay. So I'm only going to be using this one transfer tonight, so I'm not going to bother to write on the back, but you know that sometimes I do that if I'm working with multiple pieces. But the most important reason to do that is to remember that when you have used your transfer, washed it and dried it, you're going to return it back to this carrier sheet, and you always want to reattach it to the slick side. And I write on the back side just to remind myself that, especially if you're new, you might want to do that. This side is not slick and your transfer will stick to it nice and tight, so almost too tight, so you want to be aware of those things. So I'm going to move things just a little bit to the side and take out my fuzzing cloth. This is a brand new transfer and I'm using it on a super, super smooth surface. So I want to be sure that it is not too sticky, that it won't be able to pull off easily. Let's put that to the side. So I'm feeling this. It is not one of our horribly sticky transfers. We have had some in the past that are crazy sticky. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it to my fuzzing towel. And this is a really cool towel because it's terry cloth on one side and it's a microfiber on the other side. And rubbing your transfer on it will just help it pick up a little bit of fuzz and make it so that it's not too sticky. I think one fuzz is about all I'm going to need tonight. So I'm just going to place this on my chalkboard in the center. Chalkboards are my absolute favorite surfaces for beginners to use. And the reason is that if you make a mistake, you really make a big mistake, you can wash it off so easily and start over. Not a big deal. So as you can see, I've got lots of details on here. I've got flowers and eggs and leaves. I've got words, I've got little chicks, so we've got some work to do. Okay, all right, so one of the colors that I didn't have in a jar is this one. This is my Bumblebee, so I'm going to be using a paste packet tonight. I've mentioned these before to you. They're kind of like a ketchup packet, and I usually just cut the corner off and use as much as I need. Usually you don't need to use a full packet, and I'm sure that I won't if I'm just using this on the chicks. So what you do is you squeeze the packet down, the chalk all the way to the bottom of the packet, roll it up tight, put a round of tape around it, and it should be perfect the next time you want to use it, most of the time. You want to try to avoid air with these things. So, all right, let's see where we're going to start. Why don't we just start at the top, and I'm going to show you how to do the paste and peel method. The reason that we do that sometimes when we're doing lots of detail is that if you wait too long in between colors or little pieces that you're chalking, there is a chance that your chalk paste will dry before you pull the transfer off. So I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. We're going to start right at the top and work our way down this transfer. So let me grab a little tray here so I can squeeze some of that bumblebee into just a little plastic bowl. This is a tray that I have on my website, but if you don't have one, you can always order them, but you can also use like a plastic coated plate or a plastic lid or something like that. So I'm just cutting the very little end of the chalk off. As I said, I had squeezed everything down the bottom, so it's way down there. And I'm going to chalk the chick first. What color should I do the egg? I think I'm going to do this one blue. I ask you, then I tell you, right? Gosh. So I've squeezed that a little bit onto my multi-tool. And this is a really nice tool. It's got a very small squeegee on one end. They're perfect for stirring up your jars of chalk. And this end right here is sort of like a crochet hook. Let me see if I can get a better view of that for you. It's sort of like a crochet hook, and you can scrape under the edges of your jars with it. So these are great to have. So all I'm going to do is spread this yellow paste over my little chickadee here, and covering all of the areas where you see the dark gray from the chalkboard behind it. Cover that whole area with yellow paste. And you got to be a little careful that you don't run into areas that you don't want yellow, of course. But just keep moving. And if you have too much in one area, you can kind of scrape it and move it to a different area, because we'll scrape off all the excess in just a minute too. A little bit more. Come on. So if you guys are watching, I would appreciate it if you would sprinkle my video for me. I've actually got a whole week's worth of plans for this week, so I think you're going to be excited. And if you've been following my Facebook page, you're going to know that Little Miss Willow is going to be here on Wednesday. I'm not telling you why yet, though. I think you'll like it. So I'm just going to squeeze the extra off of this small squeegee into my bowl, my plate there. And I think I'll take, what did I do with those? I had some wet, there. And some disinfectant wipes. I'm just going to clean this because I know I'm going to be using it again. I have a couple, but I might need more than one or two tonight. Annie, oh my goodness, I miss you, girl. Where have you been? I'm gonna go and do the eggshell in Ocean Mist. This is a nice kind of a pastel blue with a little hint of gray in it. Take a little bit on that squeegee again. I'm just gonna cover my egg, trying to stay out of that chick area. Yeah, Annie, I've missed you and Kathy. I don't know where you been. Hope you've been someplace nice. Okay. So I've got it almost covered. Now what I'm going to do, I've got it a little thicker than I had the chick, so I'm going to go back over it and scrape off the excess chalk and put it, put it right back in the jar. Oh my gosh, you guys. The best laid plans, right? I try. Okay, so I'm taking all of that extra off. If you can get a nice thin coat of chalk on your project, it looks better than having it really thick. Just a tip. I'm being really careful not to get into that chick area or drop my jar again. Sorry. Okay, so now that those are chalked and still wet, I'm going to peel it back. So I've pasted, now I'm going to peel. I start at the corners, but as soon as you can grab it towards the center, grab it there and just peel it just below where you just chalked. Oh my goodness, how cute is he? I love it. So if you are very careful, you can take your dryer. I tend to use a heat tool, but you can also use a hair dryer. Be very careful not to heat up your transfer because it will definitely warp it. But I'm just going to hit this with the heat tool for a second and dry it just a little bit. If you didn't want to do this, you can just sit there and let it chill out for about a minute or two, just to let it set up a little bit. You always want to release it from your the paste from your transfer by peeling it back before it dries. Otherwise, it gets attached to your transfer and it'll come up with the transfer. So put that back nice and easy in that area. And now I'm just going to kind of rub down the area beside it where the flower and the other egg is. So I think I'm going to do a purple flower here, and maybe a pink egg on the side of it. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'll clean this off again. I think I'm going to be using this multi-tool a lot tonight. Do you guys have one of these? Tell me if you have one. Keeping my jars covered. Let's go for the pink one first. I love this color. It's called Peony. Depending on where you live, it's peony or peony. My New Jersey friend says peony. I'm not going to argue. Okay, let's get this cute little pink egg covered. If you're nervous and new and haven't chalked very much, you can actually leave it a little bit thick. I'm going to do that right here. I'm going to leave that kind of thick. And what I'll do is I will change gears and do the flower next. Because I have a thick coat on there, it's not going to dry out very quickly. And then I'll go back and scrape it off when I'm done with the other flower. All right. Okay, this is called Berry. This is one of our newer colors. It's really pretty. Let's see, yeah, just do the whole thing. This would look really pretty, even if you just did it all in one color, like white. It would be super cute. It would also look really nice on a white surface. You could use parts of it on something different, like you put that little chick on a baby t-shirt or something. How cute would that be? Okay, that has been scraped off. Clean this off, and I'm gonna pull this one. You have one? I know Leslie probably has one. She has lots of stuff. Scraping off the excess here. When do you guys decorate for Easter? Has it happened yet? Are you still in St. Patty's Day mood? I know, I love this color too. It's so pretty. All right, we're going to peel that back again, just like we did before. Oh yeah, look at that. So stinking cute. It's fun to use the pastels after we've been doing like the jewel tones for Christmas and winter. It's time for some springtime pastels. Can you imagine that on a little baby t-shirt? Or a little grown-up t-shirt? I'd wear it. I'd wear it. Okay, we're going to flop this down again, nice and gentle, and just rub up the areas that have not been chalked yet. Okay, so I think next I'm going to go for these little pieces of branches. There's 3 of them there. And maybe I'll even do these flowers. I'm getting brave, huh? Okay, here is my pistachio. I haven't even opened this. It's a brand new jar. Super pretty. Come on. Oh, maybe I have. I think I have used it. Looks like I have. I just left the lid in there. Get rid of that. All right. Here we go. What color do you think I should make these little dots that are all around the place? I'm going to do the lettering in white for sure because that always pops nicely. I'm not sure about those little dots. I could use any of the colors I have out. Right? Do this one. I'm leaving these thick so I can grab those flowers at the same time. I'm gonna go a little thicker right here. Okay. So, I think I'm going to put a pink flower here, maybe a purple one there. After St. Patrick's Day. Hi, Kaylee Butler. How are you? Hey, Okay, Kaylee, I'm sorry to hear about your friend. That was really sad. Lots of rough things have been happening in our town the last week or so. All right, let's get that purple flower out there. And we're going to start scraping this stuff off. Okay. Nobody knows what color those dots should be. Right, guys. All right, scraping that one. I keep cleaning off my tool in between. This is kind of a cool thing. Maybe I won't have 2,000 squeegees to clean when I'm all done. Kaylee, I bet your mom would love one of these for your daycare. Her daycare, not yours. Go for the green. Back in the jar. Kaylee's my niece. She's my biggest fan. And I'm hers. Okay, got them all scraped. Cleaned off my brush so I don't stick it in something else. Oh, I know. And we're going to peel this one back again. Oh, so cute. So cute. I love the way this is sort of egg-shaped or arch-shaped right now. Okay. All right, if you guys have any questions while I'm working, please ask. Happy to answer anything except for what my weight is. Not answering. Okay, so I think I'm going to go back to the words after, but I'm going to work this egg here and this one here. So let's do all of the, I'm going to do this egg in blue also. I'm going to need a little bit more blue over there. Kaylee, I would love that. I would love that. Anybody wants to come and do lives with me, come on down. It's always a comedy show down here. No, I would love that though. So I just discovered that Kaylee's brother Ryan has a YouTube channel. He's hysterical. He, I don't know how to describe it. He does sort of like a Where's Waldo, but it's him hiding. Oh my God. I never knew he was so funny. Goofball. Pretty popular though, huh? What's it called, Kaylee? Write it in the comments so people can check him out. I'm promoting my nephew. How's that? Okay, I'm doing this other little egg. I'm being very careful not to get it on the chick area. If you do and you're using a chalkboard like this, it's such an easy fix, you guys. It's not even worth worrying about. So I'm going to grab, I might as well scrape this off first. I was going to do it without scraping, but I changed my mind. Scrape off the excess here, as much as I can anyway. Okay, I'm going to do the chick, and then I'm going to scrape the other part off. TikTok. Oh, it's TikTok. Ryan Butler. Willow is upstairs at the moment. I shut her up there because sometimes she chews on the cords while I'm working and pulls things off my table. Might have seen that happen before. But I'll have her here on Wednesday for sure. She is going to be helping me with a project. Can you believe that? So you don't want to miss that Wednesday. Turn on the notifications so you know when we're live. She's been making some really cute little teasers for me too. All right, chick's covered, got the feet covered. Yeah, cute, cute, cute. All right, let's go scrape off the yellow. We are almost halfway done already. How's that? So these transfers, you guys know, are reusable. So you can use them to make gifts. You can decorate your Easter eggs with them. You can do all kinds of cute things with them. If you've been watching me, you might have noticed I used our Irish Kisses transfer on 3 different projects. I made a t-shirt, I made the wood blocks, and I made the pot of gold last week. Totally different projects, and they looked pretty darn cute. All right, I'm going to pull those back. Peel and reveal. Oh my goodness. Every time I peel it back, it gets cuter. All right, let's dry that for just a second. I'm being really careful to avoid the vinyl, the transfer itself. Because that will melt like butter, baby. Like butter. All right, that's going back down. I'm just working around the edges now. So I've got a couple of little branches here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub this down on the corners really tightly so that I can pull from the bottom up this time. So I'm getting towards the bottom. So let's grab that pretty pistachio again. I'm going to clean this off. Hey, it looks like tie-dye on my rag here. All right, grab some pistachio. And let's cover the leaves. So you guys are local to me. I am thinking about putting this out there as a workshop in a couple of weeks. What do you think? Would you like to do this for a workshop? Or would you rather just do it at home? I have the transfers, and you could do them at home if you like. Okay, do I have any more? Ah, there's one hiding right there. Might as well get that one too, right? It would be really fun to see all the different color combinations you guys come up with at a workshop. You love the pot of gold? That was cute. I've got that up at my shop where I'd show it to you again. All right, so I'm going to lift from the bottom. Make sure I get that one up there that I did too. So cute. Dry it up. You guys gotta stay to the end and watch the rest because I'm gonna tell you what's coming for tomorrow. I've got something really cute planned. Alright, the gun is off. That pot of gold was adorable. Alright, so we've got 2 flowers and 2 eggs left. I think I'll do purple and pink. What do you think? Purple and pink. Maybe I should do purple here. I'm going to do purple here and pink. Ah, can't decide. Alright, I'm going to do purple down here. It's hard making all these big decisions. So as I was saying, this is chalkboard that I've had for 4.5 years. I can't even imagine how many times I've designed on it, and it's just stayed beautiful. So it's called an 8-inch chalkboard, and highly recommend if you're looking for one. This is our best quality, and it comes in a couple different sizes. But I love this one. Let's see. I'm going to do that flower in blue. Balance, right? Balance your colors. They are back in stock, by the way. We've been out of Aiden's for, oh my gosh, at least a year. With COVID and shipping issues, we just couldn't get them. All right, I'm going to pull that, and then we'll do the last 2 eggs. And then the words. And the dots, which I think are going to be white. All right, we're getting there. All right, I'm going to do this egg pink because I like pink, especially this pink. So what do you guys use for Easter eggs? What kind of eggs do you, I know what kind of eggs you dye, but what kind of dyeing do you use? Do you use the old tablets? Do you make it with food coloring? There's kits that you can buy to dye your eggs different colors and things. How do you do it? Or even those plastic wrap things that you just slip them onto your eggs and put them in hot water and they melt to the egg. What kind of eggs do you like to make? Or do you not make them anymore? My kids used to have contests to see who could make the ugliest egg. I even have a green egg here. How's that? I forgot to do the chick. I'll have to do that one more time. I don't want to wait too long on here. Okay. We're almost through with the edges of the picture. All right, we need a chick. We need one chick right here. Okay. You guys are so quiet tonight. What the heck? All right, so here's this is called Bumblebee, actually. It's not called yellow. It's called Bumblebee. And it's a really pretty bright yellow that I've used for, oh my gosh, just about every season. Maybe not Christmas, but I've used it for fall things. Summer for sure, with sunshine and all that. See, I'm just squeezing a little bit out of my paste packet onto my squeegee so I don't waste it. Come on. There we go. Got it. Okay, that goes back here. Use the tablets. Oh my gosh, I can remember the smell of the vinegar when we used to do that at home with my parents when we were kids. We used to make eggs for our grandparents. Did you do that? Okay, let's pull this up, and there's our chick. So cute. I'll zoom this in later if you guys want to. Okay, it really just takes a second for this stuff to dry, but the heat tool that I'm using does help. I'm using a heat tool. As I was saying, you could use a hair dryer or just let it air dry if you'd rather. Doesn't matter. My heat tool is super high heat, though. You want to keep it moving when you're using it so you don't burn your paste. All right, so I guess we're going to do white dots and Joyful Easter Blessings all in white also. Cover up all my jars. Try to keep them covered as much as you can because air is not your friend in the paste jars. Helps get some dried out. Nobody wants that. Okay. Alright, here is our white. And I might use a combination of a mini squeegee, this size, and my multi-tool. There's some tight spots in there, so I might as well use them both, right? Okay. Here we go. It's a little tight here. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm concentrating. You guys are probably like, good, stop talking. If you guys are watching this on the replay, that's fine too. Thank you for watching and sharing as well. Okay, now I'm going to go in and get those dots, because there's some tiny ones in there. There's one. There's one, there's one. Oh, this is so much easier with this little tool. So much easier. Okay, the dots are done. Let's go back and scrape off the excess white. Then we can peel the whole thing off. See, all that excess goes right back in the jar for another project. There's very, very little waste when you're using this. Okay, I think we're done. Ready for the peel and reveal completely? I feel like I need a drum roll. Pull this forward a little bit. There we go. Ta-da! Oh my goodness, it's so cute. It's really cute. So, this is going to be hanging on my wall for Easter for sure. The transfer that I use, I am going to bring into the bathroom and run it under a lukewarm water, and I clean them with something called a board eraser. I have some of those right here. These things are wonderful for cleaning your transfers as well as washing off your chalkboard. Believe it or not, after Easter, I'll wash this off and put something else on it. I really like it though. Some people get really attached to their designs and hate to wash them off, but really you can recreate them anytime you want to. It's really simple, as you can see. So, I guess that's about all I have for you tonight. You want to be sure to tune in tomorrow. I did tease you. I told you that I was going to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing tomorrow, and that's going to be a project for a tiered tray. So you don't want to miss it. If you have tier trays, if you want some tiered trays, let me know about that. And we'll have some fun with decorating those this spring too. I have a couple things that I've already put into my tier tray. I'll show you tomorrow, and then we'll make something new to put in it as well. That is my my little project for the evening. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked learning about paste and peel, and don't be afraid to use lots and lots of colors. Have a great night. Thanks for watching. If you want any information about the products shown, message me. All the links are also in the description of this live as well. Have a great night. We'll see you soon.